Hey y'all, I'm Elisa,
I'm Samantha.
and welcome to Watch for Deer. What's up?
Hey guys.
What's up? Hey. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully this week goes by pretty quick.
What do you have sitting there beside of you, Lisa? What book is that?
I got a new book and I'm so excited. I'm such a dork.
It bothers me.
Are you ready? It's called The Encyclopedia of Serial Killers.
What?
It's research.
Why would you want to even read that?
It's research. It's how I get all of my good stuff.
Did you purchase that book?
Yeah, I did. I bought it.
You're on a list now of people to watch.
Hey, FBI, what's up? Holla at your girl. Not really.
No.
Not really.
No.
Don't holler at your girl. I'm just doing research. I'm not a serial killer.
Sure. You know what a serial killer would say? I'm not a serial killer.
I'm not a serial killer. Mm-hmm. I'm not. Remember, I'm not smart enough to be a serial killer.
Oh, hush, you're
Do you
smart.
remember,
Don't say that.
the what is it?
I don't know.
What is it?
Well, I take it back now. Maybe you're not smart enough to be a serial killer.
Your IQ. That's the word.
Oh.
IQ. Mm-hmm. Remember we did the one case and his IQ was like 118?
Yeah.
And they're like, usually serial killers are extremely intelligent.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, anywho.
What's your IQ?
Not me.
Do you know?
Not a clue.
I don't
Probably like
either.
a 5.
Oh, no.
She's like, no.
No.
So I have a funny story to tell you.
Okay. I know when you walked in, you were laughing and you were excited about this story.
I was already laughing. It was so funny.
Okay, go ahead.
So Saturday, I had to go and have a CAT scan with contrast done. Mm-hmm. So it's just a follow-up, I had some lung nodules, everything's great, come back great. But I'm laying in the CT machine and she's putting the IV in my arm, or getting ready to put the IV in my arm, and I'm laying there and I have long sleeves on. Clearly I didn't think this through, but I thought it would be cold. So she's like, oh, hey, can you pull your sleeve up so I can put the IV in you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm laying there looking up and I throw my arm up and I grab my sleeve and I go to pull it down and I hit myself in the mouth. I bust my lip, okay? My lip is bleeding. And she was like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm good. As I'm licking the blood off of my lip.
I know it's purple. Like it's purple
I
and it's got
hard. Look at that. So, again, IQ of 5.
Okay. It's more than 5, but maybe not much more than that.
But
anywho,
I did. I punched myself in the mouth and it bled and it's still really sore.
Have you got your Christmas shopping done?
I'm about half done. I still don't have my tree up.
Why?
Because we are doing a remodeling project. We're redoing Zoe's room, like putting drywall up. And my house is a disaster right now.
But you don't have your tree up?
My tree is not up.
Ooh, Lisa,
No.
you got to get that up.
I told the kids this year, we're not doing a tree. I am just going to wrap all the presents. I'm going to line them up underneath our TV, and I'm going to turn on a really nice Christmas screensaver.
Not cool.
You're done.
Elisa, not cool. You have to put a tree up.
I mean, I plan on it. Just, I don't know when.
You have to.
I don't know when.
Even if it's the day before Christmas Eve.
It may very well be Christmas Eve.
You still have to put a tree up.
It may be Christmas Eve.
No wonder Pickle is so sad at school. That's what it is.
He's so depressed.
He just looked real down today. And
He's
I'm like,
walking
yeah,
around.
are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't know that you were being a terrible mother.
He's like, my mom's a Scrooge, okay?
He didn't tell me that, or I would have called you right then.
My
and
mom's
jumped
the
onto
Grinch.
You.
So, anywho, no tree up. I'm Scrooging it. Anywho.
I'm disappointed in you.
So, do you have any idea what I could be bringing you today?
At this point, I have no idea what you could be bringing me any day, even if we're not doing the podcast.
I probably should have warned you to take a Claritin or some Benadryl for some hives. Maybe
Is it that bad?
Maybe a little tummy medicine.
Oh, God.
No, it's really not that bad.
I hate when I got the hives on that one episode.
That you did. I don't think you'll get the hives on this one. However, this is a really heavy case. It's really tragic. It's mind blowing. So,
is it really really tragic?
It's pretty tragic. It's pretty tragic.
Okay.
There's people
potentially
still alive today suffering from
good grief
this case. So,
all right.
Okay.
Let's just go.
Let's dive right in. Today, I want to talk about the ideal maternity home. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Okay. The Ideal Maternity Home was located in Nova Scotia in Canada and operated from 1928 until 1947. The home was operated by Lila and William Young. Now let's get to know our owners. Lila Gladys Cullen was the daughter of devout 70-day Adventist parents Henry Cullen and Bessie Boultier, born at Fox Point, Nova Scotia, October 23rd of 1899. Now, William Peach Young was born William Christopher Young and Mary Peach on January 11th. He was born to William Christopher and Mary Peach. Sorry, I think I said that weird. On January 11th of 1898 in Oregon in the United States. Now, William had 7 brothers and sisters. At the age of 26, Lila met and married William Peach Young. William moved to New Brunswick, where he aspired to the role of an Adventist medical missionary without ordination or medical training. Soon after their marriage, with Lila expecting the first of, they would eventually have 5 children, the Youngs moved to Chicago, where William was licensed as a chiropractor in December of 1927. So pretty normal, right? He was born in the U.S., she was born in Canada. They meet, they fall in love, they move back to Chicago and settle down. Well, 2 months after he gets licensed, they move back to Nova Scotia, and they decide to open the Life and Health Sanitarium of East Chester, which is 40 miles southwest of Halifax.
Anytime I hear the word sanitarium, I think of Waverly Hills.
That was such a good trip.
When we did that haunting.
That was so fun.
Yeah, so when you said that, I just got like a cold feeling because the Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
That was fun. Walking down the death chute.
It was not.
The death tunnel was so fun. Such a good time.
We'll have to talk about that one day, but go ahead.
We do need to talk about that one. We need to go back one day. We need to do an overnight stay one day and do a podcast live. That'd be so fun. Yes.
Not overnight.
Come on. Chicken.
Yes.
She's like, yes, I am. Now, Lila entered service as a professional midwife, and their establishment was soon rechristened the Ideal Maternity Home and Sanitarium, with William acting as the superintendent and Lila as managing director.
Okay.
All right. Together, they created a place where young married couples and even unwed mothers were able to give birth without creating a fuss. The Youngs were very discreet and became the baby barons of East Chester, as they called them in their community. As World War II took its toll on the region, resources were limited, the ports often closed, and young men left behind many unmarried mothers or even widows. This meant more business for the Youngs, and the home was expanded. It became one of the only places to serve the area and was remodeled to include 54 bedrooms that held around 100 babies in the nursery at any given time. That is insane.
That's a big place.
That's a big place. Now, clients flocked to the home in response to a newspaper advertisement that read, "Ideal Maternity Home, Mother's Refuge, also Department for Girls, no publicity." So this was really intriguing for ladies who got out. They got themselves pregnant. They were not wed, or they were out on their own. Their spouse died. So this was really, intriguing. They're like, oh, this is where I want to go. This is where I need to be. Brochures for the home promised to shield expectant mothers from gossip, but every service had its price. The Youngs touted their establishment with various services, such as birthing for couples. They also had a lovely package deal for unwed mothers that gave them room and board and meals, and even offered up adoption services. The Ideal Maternity Home was expensive. Most of these unwed mothers were only making around $8 an hour, and the fees were $500. That's $7,600 in today's money. This issue forced many of these women utilizing the home into a sort of servitude to pay for Lila's services. Now, one would think this wouldn't be too bad of a deal, right? You come here, you get your room, your board, you kind of work, kind of pay off your debt.
What year?
What
year is this?
Good. Oh, excuse me. This is in the 1920s.
Okay. And they sent, like, I know, I mean, watch movies and stuff, but back then, if you had a baby and you were not married, they would sometimes send you away to take care of a sick relative.
Yes.
But it wasn't to take care of a sick relative. It would be before you started showing.
Yeah, they'd send you off in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and then you would come back without a baby because your parents would make you put it up for adoption.
Yep.
And, and then you would just go on and look like you would live your life, but...
Yeah.
So this is probably what that is.
This is very similar.
Also,
only it does have a twist.
You said that these girls were making $8 an hour.
That's what I read, and I am
seems
literally
like a lot.
It's a lot back then.
That seems like a lot of money.
When I read it, I was like, $8 an hour. I was like, gosh, I remember when I started my first job, my very first big girl job in the bank. I think I made like $7 an hour.
Yeah, I don't think
think that's accurate.
Okay.
Maybe $8 in today's time.
Maybe $8 a day.
It could be $8 a day.
Maybe
that
$8
seems more
a day.
logical. That seems more logical.
I mean, $8 an hour back then. My $8 an hour, cash under the table. Now, I mean, because minimum wage is what? Is it $9 or is it $8.75 or $9.75?
It's about $8. It's about $8.
I'm going to say.
So I'd say it's probably. I'd say
$8 a day.
$8 a day. That's when I read that too. I was like, dang, what are they doing for $8 a day? Because back then, that'd have been a lot of money.
You can tell that we don't make very much money either. We're like, oh my God, $8 an hour under the table.
Give me $8 an hour
under
Mama's
the table.
Gonna buy the Kraft cheese tonight.
Oh, all right, go on.
So, Lila dished out terrible living conditions and lies and deception, and sometimes using forceful and aggressive treatment towards these young women, along with the theft of their infants. Mm-hmm. Yes, you heard me correctly. Theft of their babies. Now, of course, sometimes the most unfortunate would happen and the baby would pass away during childbirth, which, it wasn't uncommon back then. Malnutrition, you got to think that you've got these moms coming. They have nowhere to go.
Well, they're not getting the correct right. They don't have the medicine and stuff and the equipment that we have now.
So if the baby did pass, the Youngs would handle that too. The mother was charged $20 for a funeral that was performed by the handyman at a standing rate of 50 cents per corpse. This service included white pine butter boxes, in which were used as coffins for these precious infants. Mm-hmm. Hence the term, these were called the butterbox babies.
Okay.
That's what today's episode is, the butterbox babies.
All right.
Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, not at all. Still not ringing a bell?
Nothing.
Okay,
nothing.
I love it when I bring you something you've not heard of.
I'm just listening like everybody else is.
Okay.
Yeah.
The women also had to pay for their diapers for these newborns at $12 a piece. Now,
$12 a piece for a diaper?
For a diaper. Now, back then, you do have to realize that they use cloth diapers here. So, you're paying $12 for this cloth diaper to reuse. However, $12 a piece, that's outrageous. That's outrageous. That's like $188 in today's cash.
I bet.
For a diaper.
How did they even afford that?
Exactly.
Well, actually, you know what?
Exactly.
These girls, their families are rich.
You think?
At $12 a diaper?
Yeah.
Yes, they are rich. And they're sending them up there? Absolutely, 100%. They're sending these girls away because they have shamed the family.
Shamed the name.
And, yeah, these girls, I bet, definitely. I've already got the first, debunked.
She's like, debunked. Debunked. I don't know what I word debunking, but it's debunked.
I bet their last name's Rockefeller and Kennedy.
Yeah, probably.
All right, go ahead.
If the mother could not pay the burial fee, the baby...
No!
What?
No.
What? Oh, shoot. I swear to you.
No.
I'm not even kidding.
Just back up. We're not doing it.
Just normal.
No, it's not.
So normal.
It's not normal. Back up and do it.
This is a normal word for me.
No, it's not.
From Southern West Virginia, and it's called burial.
I do not care. Back up and do it again.
If the mother could not pay the burial fee, The baby was to be discarded by being burned, or the baby was given to fishermen to throw into the sea.
Oh, my God.
If mothers could not afford to care for their babies, they could pay the youngs $300, which is about $4,600 today, and that ensured a lifetime of care. Those babies would then be placed up for adoption. Now, women who gave birth elsewhere would also bring their kids to the home to give up for adoption. The babies were given to neighbors to care for until they were adopted. For all the money paid to Lila Young and her husband by their pregnant clients, the Youngs made their greatest profit from adoptive parents, charging an average of $800 to $1,000 per infant in the 30s, which escalated to an average of $5,000 per head during World War II. In the 1940s, the ideal maternity earned $60,000 a year just from its living clients, which included a special $50 fee from any mother who specified adoptive parents of a particular religion. Now, on the flip side, Lila and William banked at least $3.5 million from the adoption or the sale of infants between 1937 and 1947.
Wow.
Think of that. That's back then. I didn't do the calculation what that would be now. That's back then. $3.5 million.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. Now, from the outside, it appeared to the community that this was a wonderful place with loving providers there to help women when, in fact, the Youngs were in it for the money. Lila would pass herself off as an obstetric specialist, and she would deliver these babies. It was said that she was very rough with these mothers. Meanwhile, William would be in the room and would pray every time a baby was born. Some clients saw a more ruthless side of the Youngs, complaining of Lila's rough, even brutal at times, handling. She was physically immense, one client recalled. She had an overwhelming presence and a great sense of power. She could strike terror into people. No one dared challenge her. In short, the ideal maternity home became a virtual baby factory, hosting scores of unwed mothers averaging age 17. That was the average age of these moms back then, 17 years old. In the spring of 1935, Eva Neforth of Nova Scotia was in love with a man named Walter.
Oh, I love that name. My donkey's name is Walter.
And we love Walter.
Yeah, old Walt.
Old Walter's the best.
Oh, Walt.
If you walk outside and go, "Hey, Walt," he's like,
Yeah,
he tells you hey back.
Yeah. I love me some Walter.
Eva found out she was pregnant, and they had they had to keep it a secret, as being pregnant out of wedlock was frowned upon in Canada at the time. Unmarried and alone, she had heard about the ideal maternity home in East Chester and decided to have her baby there. She arrived at the maternity home just before Christmas, and the owners of the home, Lila and William Young, took her in. Eva has only been there about a week before she contracted an abdominal infection and was bedridden until the end of January, when she finally went into labor. The labor was rough, and Eva barely made it out alive. Unfortunately, her baby passed away shortly after birth. Her baby passed shortly after birth, and a day later after the birth, Eva was still fighting for her life. William had written Walter, Eva's boyfriend, to inform him on the situation. Walter went to visit Eva at the maternity home and was surprised to find out that Eva had not been given any antibiotics to help her with her infection due to the fact that the maternity home did not have any available. Walter insisted William call a doctor to come out and have a look at her. William was offended by what Walter said and said that he was a doctor and it was unnecessary to involve a third party. Lila Young took a worried Walter to the side and informed him about his baby's death, and then handed him an invoice of $25, which $20 of that was for the burial.
Thank you.
I just got teacher-eyed, like big time.
I am so proud of you. Go on. I'm so proud of you.
I just just got teacher eyed. I seen the teach come out there.
Back up just a little bit so we don't throw it off because
I'll back
maybe
up.
we have ADHD here. But the other day, Scott was listening to it, the last one, and when I was like, no, and he was like, she's doing that on purpose, right? And I'm like, she's honest to God,
really,
not
I'm
doing
not.
that on purpose.
No, I'm really not.
She's not doing that on purpose. The woman cannot speak correctly.
It literally is my natural English. This is my. I just see the word, and I've always said bury or burial, so it's just natural.
So what I'm going to do is once you just, and it's not, me yelling at you anymore, and you say it normally and go on.
Do I get a cookie?
No.
Do I get a treat?
Then I'm going to pick another word that you say wrong, and I'm going to just hone in on that, but I'm waiting.
Where's the positive reinforcement, though?
You don't get that.
There should be something.
You don't
a
get
glass
that.
of wine,
However,
a cookie.
It's working because you corrected yourself halfway through that word. You stopped.
I did.
And I'm proud of you. High five.
High five. Yes.
Okay. Now go ahead.
Now I'm going to start back at the beginning of the sentence just so our listeners aren't confused about, the sentence. So, Lila Young took a worried Walter to the side to inform him about his baby's death and then handed him an invoice of $25, in which $20 was for the burial of their baby. Once Walter paid, he was asked to leave as visiting hours were now over.
Was his wife still there, or was it his wife? It was his wife.
Eva. Yeah, she's just super, super sick. Within 2 days, Eva passed away.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Eva was not the first or the only person to die at the Ideal maternity home. Now, some of these babies that were being born in this home were not really marketable. Mm-hmm. They were starved to death by way of molasses and water.
Sugar water.
Babies that were unmarketable were ones that were sick. They had birthmarks. They had abnormalities. Were abnormalities.
That's better.
I thought I said it right.
You did. Well, not the first time, but go ahead.
Or were of mixed race. Mm-hmm. The babies kept were healthy Caucasian babies, as they were more favorable. They could sell them. It can take up to 2 weeks to starve to death. 14 days. That's 2 weeks. That's 336 hours.
Did they let them
suffering?
Yes. Why?
They let them starve to death.
Where was the mom? Oh my God.
Nope. These were kids that were up for adoption. The moms had them. They left them, and if they...
Oh, the moms left.
The moms left. Okay. So these were the kids that were unmarketable. They had them. All these people, they were paying. They were paying for these kids to be adopted. Mm-hmm. But if the Youngs just looked at this baby and was like, I don't really think you're marketable. Mm-hmm. You have a birthmark or you have a mole, then they would starve this child to death.
Oh, my God.
Because they couldn't get top dollar from these babies. Isn't that awful?
Yeah, about knocked my microphone over.
Here come the hives. Now, 336 hours of suffering before being either left for 3 to 5 days in a shed under a box before being driven out to Fox Point to be unceremoniously and unscrumptious. I'm just cutting that word.
Don't cut it out. Let people know. Let people know that.
You say that word.
I can't even see the word.
Here, you say that word. Unscrumptious. No. I can't even say it. My tongue gets so done. Go ahead. You say it. It's hard.
It's scruple. Now say it.
Unscrupulously.
Sure.
You can't say it either.
Sure. Whatever. Unscrupulously.
It's a hard
word.
Why
would you put a word in there like that?
I don't even know what it means. No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, anyways, they would leave this. They would starve these kids to death. They would, once they passed away, they would pile these children in the shed, and then they would drive them out to Fox Point to be buried in a butter box from the local dairy. Awful.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Awful. All because they weren't marketable.
I don't know what to say.
Listen, I guarantee you, if a child had a birthmark or was of a mixed race or had an abnormality, there's somebody out that would take that baby. There's somebody that would take care of that child.
I don't even know what to say.
Isn't that awful? One woman by the name of Violet arrived at the maternity home and viewed her stay as odd. Her delivery was rough, and her baby was born breech. Breech deliveries are dangerous, but both mother and baby were alive. Violet would feed her baby, and Lila would then take the baby back for care. A few days later, Lila brought the baby back to Violet, but did not let Violet get close to the baby, as Lila said the baby was ill and it was not looking too good for the baby. Violet saw that as odd, as she had been feeding the baby and the baby appeared to be perfectly healthy. Soon after, Lila said the baby had not made it. Violet was in disbelief and heard rumors that a wealthy family had come to the home to adopt a baby girl, but Violet knew her daughter was the only girl who was just delivered there. With no evidence, there was nothing she could do, so she left with no baby.
I figured whenever you said at the very beginning of this, I figured that's where we were going, is that they were going to start telling the moms that the baby had died.
Stolen babies.
Yeah, and then they were going to do that. And I've seen before, like on TV and stuff, that still it's not like it's rampant, but that's not unheard of still.
Right. Well, too, there's a movie, I think, on Netflix called The Butterbox Babies.
There is?
There is. And that's why they call them the Butterbox Babies, because they buried them in the Butterbox from the local dairy.
Who would want to watch that, though? Like, I mean, why would...
I guess somebody that wants to watch the Dahmer series, I feel like it's just human nature to be intrigued.
I could handle the Dahmer series better than I can handle this.
Right. Yep.
And I could not handle the Dahmer series, and I definitely couldn't handle this. Continue.
Between 1928 and 1935, Lila reported 148 births and 12 infant deaths at the home. That's a mortality rate of 8.1%. That nearly tripled Nova Scotia's 3.1 average. So that tells you most of those children, they didn't die, they were adopted out. If their facility, their death rate was higher than the entire Providence, there's a problem.
Yeah. Well,
where are you at, Nova Scotia? Why are you not looking into this? Now, in 1933, Dr. Frank came into the office for Nova Scotia and had heard rumors and suspicious theories of babies' deaths at the maternity home. He ordered sporadic investigations and made the Youngs hire a registered nurse. Now, this nurse was supposed to see what went on behind closed doors, but because it was only just her, she wasn't at the maternity home 24/7. So she only saw a very small portion.
You mean she only saw a very small portion?
What'd I say?
She only saw a very small portion.
She only saw a small portion of how the home.
Do you drink at work?
Don't sniff my coffee.
Are you on the juice?
It's been a long day.
Are you on the juice, Elisa?
It's been a long day. This right here
is not water.
It's not water.
It's a bottle of vodka.
It's a bottle of vodka and a Dasani water. So, eventually the maternity home was ran back to normal. Now, in 1936, the Youngs were charged with manslaughter of Eva and her baby, a year after their death. A pathologist testified that they performed a post-mortem exam on Eva and her baby and discovered that Eva had died because she had actually contracted an infection from the use of unsterilized obstetric instruments. Blech. Blech. Now, trigger warning.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Trigger warning.
When you say
this is just about an autopsy. However, it is about an autopsy of a baby.
Okay.
So if you're a little sensitive, you guys can skip forward a little bit. Samantha cannot. She has to sit here and listen. The baby had died because the forceps Lila used to pull the baby out ripped the occipital bone through which the spinal cord passes. Now, the Youngs denied all of this, and they were so convincing that they were actually acquitted from any charge. So they pulled this child's head so hard that it, popped the spinal cord.
Have you not seen here, and this is recently.
I know, of abortion?
No.
Oh.
No. This is recently, this woman, and I don't know her name. I don't know what state it was in, but it did happen, and it was recent. And you could Google it. I'm not. And it's still like an ongoing investigation and all this stuff, so I don't want to talk about it at all. Or even if it wasn't, I wouldn't want to talk about it. She went to the hospital, and they used forceps, and they pulled on her baby so hard, they pulled the baby's head off.
I think I did see something about that.
Yes, at the hospital, they pulled the baby's head off. Off, Elisa.
Off its shoulders. I don't understand how this happens. It's modern day.
You don't have to be a good doctor or a good person to be smart enough to get these degrees. And that's in any field that you do.
Yeah.
You can be smart and be awful and mean and evil and still get these degrees and get in these positions and do all this damage. But yes, that happened recently, within like the last year.
That reminds me of a podcast I listened to, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was called Dr. Death. And thank God I didn't listen to it before I had my spinal surgery. It was on, and you may have heard of it, Dr. Death. It was on Christopher Dunch. He was a spinal surgeon. Mm-hmm. And I may have to cover that case if you've not heard of me.
No.
I may have to cover that.
Okay.
But I'd say some other listeners have probably heard of that one.
So yeah, that has happened recently.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Okay, go ahead.
It's so awful. Ugh. After this, the Youngs were in the public eye's interest, and routine inspections were conducted with no prior notification. So at this point, after this happened, investigators would just pop in. No, hey, we're coming by. They just pop in. The Youngs were prohibited from promoting their adoption services, but that did not stop them. The business continued to grow for the Youngs, and they had expanded their home. People who could not legally adopt would go to the maternity home to adopt illegally. When the family to adopt would arrive, there would be a lineup of babies that would fit their criteria. The Youngs would charge the families to adopt anywhere between $1,000 to $10,000 per child. In 1945, pediatricians who had inspected the home testified to its striking overcrowding, its fly-filled nurseries, and the malnourished children. The mothers called as defense witnesses also revealed wrongdoing. One told how her baby died after receiving no medical attention and was buried in a butter box. The same mother also said the Youngs told her to pose as a nurse during a health department inspection. Another witness admitted to lying on adoption records which said that she and her child were Jewish. Lila tried to fight back and said she was being harassed by the officials, but it was too late as their good reputation had ended. That November, the Youngs were ordered to shut down the home and their licenses were revoked. They did not stop and continued to take women in. The Youngs would have charges against them, but they would eventually be let off easy. Eventually, they got tired of fighting back to save the maternity home, and they closed it down. The couple became broke after spending their funds on court and lawyer fees. The home, which they had sold, was scheduled for conversion into a resort hotel, but burned to the ground September 23rd of 1962. They both eventually died of cancer, Lila in 1967. Now, handyman Glenn Shatford would later admit burying between 100 to 125 babies in a field that was owned by Lila's parents near Fox Point, adjoining the Adventist cemetery. He said, You said it right. We buried them in rows, he said, so it was easy to see how many they were. In a typical case, recalled by Shatford from April 1938, an unnamed infant lay in the Youngs' tool shed for 5 days, covered by a box, before it was driven to Fox Point for burial. To date, some of the children given through adoption have been able to reconnect with their biological families.
I'm surprised at that. I'm surprised they even kept any records to where those kids could go back and find their actual parents.
You would think they would have burnt everything.
I would have thought so.
Everything. So that was a heavy one. It makes me angry that they just got off. They never paid for these crimes. Like they never got in trouble. Never. Neither one of them ever went to jail. Nothing.
Well, they'll get
They will. They'll burn. But they went back and forth to court numerous times, but they always got out of it. Now, there is a website called Survivors of the Ideal Maternity Home where its members are still looking for their birth families. So many people have been struggling for years and years trying to locate biological parents. And of course, a lot of them are elderly now or even deceased. So if you think you know someone who has a past linked to the Ideal Maternity Home, go check that site out. Go check for your family. You might find your family.
Well,
So,
but things like that happen, like the child trafficking and stuff and everything. It's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying. But
And-
that's crazy.
But that happens. That happens today still too.
Yeah.
Luckily, we've got people out there that they fight it, but still,
Yeah. That's
it's
crazy.
very scary. And I see on the news too sometimes, like, and people on Facebook, and they're like, I was being followed through Walmart. I mean, that happens
All
right
the
here.
time.
I was being
Yes.
followed through Walmart. I went to get somebody to help me. I tell
Putting stuff on your vehicles, try to get back out of the car to remove it. There's so many tactics, so many ploys that these people use. They're just evil, vile people.
Yeah.
So, guys, always watch your surroundings. Be aware. Don't walk to your car looking at your phone. It can wait. Be aware of your surroundings. And if you feel like someone's watching you or you get a funky vibe, like God put that instinct in us for a reason. Use your gut instinct and have somebody escort you. So what? So it's not nothing. At least you arrive home safe.
Right. And if somebody comes up to you and they're like, I need help, tell them to call the police and get in your car.
Yeah, because we can't help anybody nowadays because, we do this podcast and all we hear is murder, murder, murder. So we're scared of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got me afraid of everything.
We're scared of everybody.
You got me scared of everything.
Everything.
Well, it was heavy, but it wasn't, it was heavy, but
Yeah, I didn't give you hives.
I didn't get hives. I mean, like I said, it was something, but
It was something. It was interesting. But, guys, don't forget, we also still have stickers, decals, $5, $7 to ship.
speaking of stickers, I go in to my classroom this morning and I've got my package of stickers there in my little envelope that you know that you gave me in case anybody wants them to sell. And I look at all my papers that were on my desk. I wasn't at school Friday. I was at math field day.
Right.
So all the papers that were on my desk are now laid out on the counter behind me because my classroom is an old computer lab. So there's no computers in there, but all the counters.
Yeah, you've got a lot of counter space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are still there. And I don't know, there's 75 papers laid out with brown coffee stains all over them. And, it's dried and it's all crumpled up. And because the kids were apparently in my room and spilled coffee. And so they've laid all my papers out, which the papers aren't that big of a deal because it was just blank papers. All my important stuff's in a file.
Right.
Locked up. But all my blank papers, and I looked, and they got my stickers too. Not all of them, but like 4 of them.
So you need more stickers?
No, I still have some.
Okay.
Like it didn't get all the way through them, but the envelope, and it got like 4 stickers. And I was like, daggone you middle school kids. And I don't know who it was.
You know what I would have done for punishment?
What?
If we find out who you are, we will slap that coffee stain sticker to your backpack and you will be free advertisement for us.
Yeah, so I don't know who it was, and I'm sure none of them's going to admit that they were sitting at my desk and spilt my coffee, which a little bit of it's my fault. I shouldn't have had a full cup of coffee there for 2 days, but it is what it is.
Get a little moldy, little penicillin.
Maybe.
All right, you guys, let us know what you thought about this episode. Email us at watchfordearpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at watchfordearpodcast. Go like and follow our Facebook page at Watch for Dear Podcast. Y'all, thanks for listening, and do not forget to hit that follow button. And if you feel so inclined, we would greatly appreciate you going to your favorite hosting platform, wherever you listen, whether that's Amazon, iHeart, I don't care. Go give us a review. Those help bump our standings, so give us a review. Unless it's like a really crappy review, and then just don't.
Why would they give us a crappy review?
I know, we're awesome. So if you don't like us, you suck. But y'all be safe and watch for deer.